Have you ever wondered why the new year doesn't align with the winter solstice, a day that marks the shortest day and longest night of the year? The answer to this lies in historical records, and it's a narrative worth sharing. Originally, calendars did not resemble what we're familiar with today. This mismatch prompted the adoption of the Julian calendar in 45 BCE, introduced by Julius Caesar himself. This calendar was an attempt to correct the discrepancy, yet it still didn't denote the new year at the solstice. The reason for this unusual tradition is deeply embedded in the annals of history, and it is indeed a tale worth telling. Now let's delve into the Gregorian calendar that we use today. Contrary to common belief, it's actually based on the perihelion, not the solstice. For those unfamiliar, the perihelion is the point in the Earth's orbit where it is closest to the Sun. This usually occurs around January 3rd, which is notably closer to the start of the Gregorian calendar year. In comparison, the solstice occurs around December 21st or 22nd. This means that the start of our year is actually closer to the perihelion than the solstice. So next time you're celebrating the new year, remember you're actually closer to the sun than at any other point in the year. Historically, many cultures have considered the solar year to begin at the winter solstice. This celestial event marks the shortest day and longest night of the year, symbolizing a time of death and rebirth. This was a powerful concept for our ancestors. Many ancient cultures, including the Romans, Celts, and Native Americans, saw this as a time of renewal and the start of a new year. So, while our modern calendar revolves around the perihelion, the winter solstice has a rich history as the start of the solar year in many cultures. These cultural beliefs and practices give us a glimpse into how our ancestors understood and interacted with the world around them. Now you might be wondering why the perihelion was chosen over the solstice. Well, there are a few key reasons. First, the perihelion provides a more accurate measure of a year. While both events signify key points in our planet's orbit, the perihelion is a more precise time marker. Second, the solstice is affected by the Earth's axial tilt, which can vary over time. This tilt is responsible for our changing seasons and can subtly shift the timing of the solstice. Third, the perihelion is a fixed point in the Earth's orbit, making it a more stable reference point. This stability is crucial for keeping our calendar consistent over the centuries. So, the perihelion gives us a more precise and stable way to measure a year, which is why it was chosen for the Gregorian calendar. Next time you're counting down to the new year, remember that you're actually celebrating a cosmic event, our closest approach to the sun.